Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 40th with Beast Walker. And when we left off, we had conquered Magdeburg off the imperials and managed to take it quite nicely, though with many English losses. Trying to reinforce the town now and get ready for the revenge of Captain Gunther.
Come and face the might of the Reich, coward!
Who has quite a few militia units, so I'm just putting a couple of extra troops in the area to help us out. And there's a lot of other things going on. We've got heretics going here, and I think we've also got some witch, so that needs to deal with. Where's my priest? Oi, Shillem.
Yes, your highness.
Deal with the witch. Ketripora.
Do not fear the unexplained.
Who is the unexplained? I thought she had the unexplained. But she's just more of an enigmatic wise woman this time around, so we're gonna bring her down. So, Burner.
Name the blasphemer. The heretic will not survive.
Well, 44% chance to bring down that witch, so that is good. The French are currently just doing this and that, but right now my effort is now focusing on bringing down the imperials and also trying to court the Polish. Now, yes, so far our efforts have been okay. Next time we're going to be putting down, what I've decided is I'm going to put down a hefty dowry this time to get our bloody loser prince married into the Polish royal family. Even if it means sacrificing him as a character, I want to try and get this alliance done with the Polish. But as it stands right now, I still have quite a lot of money to spend, so we are going to invest it and just try and get some more things going. So we're going to spend a little bit of it on improving our lot in Egypt. Right now Damascus could use something to build. Could actually use just building a church of some description, so we're going to do that. With the same is also going to happen in Accra, because Accra needs to get some more Catholicism going and also just do some retraining. Jerusalem needs a church as well, so yeah, there we go. I think Gaza is good for religion at the minute, but if we can improve it, then I'll always take that opportunity. But nah, we're good here. We can start working on a catapult maker, however, which would be pretty cool. Or we can even just start getting our basic port up, which would be even better. So we are going to do that. We've also got a couple of rebels here. We've got Captain Al-Mutawaki in the area, and what do we know about him? Well, here's what there is to know about him.
Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
Spear militia, and then something that's unknown. My current garrison here would probably be able to do that. I've got 2 longbows and a dismounted feudal knight. They should be more than enough to cope with whatever's going to be lurking out there. So we're going to take them down now. And then if we need any more troops in Gaza, that's fine. I might do a bit of a recruitment push this area just because I am always ever wary of the Mongols. There's a big horde of them wandering around and they've yet to make their intentions known to us. So we need to definitely try and nail them down, or at least just get some sort of diplomatic tie with them to keep them out of my hair for a while. So it looks like this rebel captain is not interested in fighting, but we should reach him this turn anyway, so let's just get this little battle out of the way and then we can jump on with something more interesting, Since, you know, we've had a big hour-and-a-half siege and now we're just doing these little battles again, but oh well, ain't life cruel. We are going to start moving on Innsbruck next, so if you wanted to know, folks. Anyway, it is more or less a medium, well, numbers are the same. So first just found 2.5 over, however, because the other unit is Saracen militia. Those guys are somewhat competent in battle, however, I do not doubt that my dismounted feudal knights should be able to take them down.
Give them no quarter this day, men. Take up arms and take.
And we'll do that as well, but yeah, I think we're pretty much going to be sorted this time around. So let's just get this one over and done with. Just a nice little warm up for today. So yeah, I don't need for a captain's to make speeches.
Await my orders.
Right, so here we go then. The enemy will be deploying somewhere around over there. It's a bit of a hilly one this time because we are fighting near the mountains. Hopefully the enemy doesn't piss take, but yeah, it looks like at least in some ways you can't completely piss take on these mountains like you could in Rome. Anyway, we're going to deploy a little ways uphill because the enemy may just try and deploy there. But the aim of the game is the longbows will bring down what we can, and then the lovely knights will finish the job. And if the enemy has chosen to defend on top of a hill, I can't really argue against what they have done, but since they lack missiles, it's not as effective as I'd like to think. So we're going to start moving forward with all our troops, and we'll just basically it's going to be a pretty simple battle this time around. But I think it's just once more of an opportunity just to see how good, actually just how good regular longbowmen are. Regular longbows in our previous battle in Magdeburg did not perform too brilliantly, unfortunately. Longbows, by the way, you could probably pull back. If they're in your range, you could probably just start working there. By the way, longbows, with no need for fire arrows today. I know it's a little on the dusty side, but I think you are more than capable of just killing them with your regular arrows today. I mean, yeah, but a couple of them are going down anyway, thanks to the fire, but I think regular will just do for us today. Anyway, knights are just going to defend just in front of some of our archers who've got a little bit bold and decided to deploy quite close. No skirmishing, by the way, lads. Right, try and take out the unit that's further away. Knights, you need to get ready because it looks like the rebels are just going to charge. They are quite bold at the end of the day, but we'll bring down the South militia with our longbows, and the knights can just cause a nice little defensive formation here because, yeah, already those spear militia are dropping in willingness to fight, and to be honest, they're not even armoured, so they don't have much of a chance. Even the clones with the impressive mustaches, they're not going to last.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And the Saracen militia don't seem to be having the best of times either. The armour's okay once more, but even at that, longbows can pretty much just punch through armour anyway, which is what I like about longbows. We don't care about armour. They'll just flummox it, but I think they're just about to come in for their charge now. So longbows, you need to call it a day now. You need to pull yourselves back a little bit just in case. I am confident in a dismounted English knights, or at least a dismounted feudal knights, to bring this one home. That being said, we may need to actually join a melee engagement. These guys won't last forever. Yeah, they may be fighting a few more units than they can handle. So longbows, I've got an idea. Let's flank around. Oh, hang on. Some of them are pulling out. Let's just go, right. Get a volley out on anyone who's pulling out. If they're choosing to pull out for a little bit, we may as well punish them for their sins. So get a good volley out, lads. Alright, his volley's looking good. Let's see how many of them we take out. Oh, I saw a couple go down. There we go. Yeah, that unit didn't do too well from that volley. Right, keep it up, longbows. Keep it up. They made the error to move away and move into the striking range of my longbowmen. Therefore, they are being punished. Punishment is what they deserve. How are we doing over here? Slowly hacking away at the Saracen spear militia. Yeah, we're taking them down, but we're not having the best of times.
Their men.
And again, not every unit is getting involved. So, lads, if we can maybe crunch up the formation a bit to see if more of them can get involved in the battle, that would be absolutely glorious. But as it stands, our losses have still been pretty minimal anyway. I think some guys will just die due to exhaustion or something like that. Stamina is beginning to dip among my men, so we need to be wary of that. But yeah, those Saracen militia, they're shedding numbers right now thanks to my longbowmen. They can just keep dishing out those arrows for as long as they can because they've brought plenty of them at least. So yeah, we can just do what we need to do, and the spear militia have just retreated as well. Right, one of you target the spear militia, try and take them down. The other one of you just keep wearing down those Saracens, and the heavy infantry will just hold position. But yeah, we'll just take out what we can now with some arrow fire. There we go. Good shots. And then how are we doing over here? They're sneaking around, and I think they're just trying to get themselves into a bit of a organisation. It's working though. They haven't got a chance, but I think they're going to try and make their last stand. Or no, those guys are going to come back. Right, longbows. Give the spear militias your full focus for a minute. So I think these guys may charge in. I think they're prepping to charge. I don't know. They're already wavering. So actually, you know what? One of you keep the pressure up on them because their morale's about to slide off the shaky cliff. So try and get it all the way off the shaky cliff. And the other one, they're going to go for their bold once more run over breach charge for stupidity. Almost go back to tagging the Saracen militia. Don't want to make any silly risks now. Or at least, actually, no, you can go back to tagging them because it turns out these guys can't even engage anymore.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Let the last of them run. There'll be Mongol food by the end of this day.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Only 10 losses? Can't argue with that. Good job, lads.
The day is ours, sire. We can go no further today, sire.
Okay, Captain, make your way back to Gaza when you have the time.
We can't get there, sire.
And we can begin planning the rest of our strategy. Now, first things first, Nuremberg, you need to continue on with your recruitment. I want an additional unit of catapults for our upcoming attack. Actually, we're going to go for Prague next, aren't we? Yeah, I wanted to go for Prague. Seems like the local imperial army's run away as well, but I'm going to have John investigate where they've gone.
I am spent,
because I need to be ready for them. But
I
yeah,
continue
in terms of our army, it's pretty okay. I mean, alright, these guys need to be sent home for retraining.
By your command, march to exhaustion, sire.
We've got 2 units of dismounted knights, 2 units of billmen, 2 units of longbows, quite a couple of spears, and some yeomen among them. So we've got enough to probably do what needs to be done. Prague's garrison is not exactly strong as far as we know, and in terms of reaching the city, we could pretty much be there within 1 turn, so getting there isn't an issue. This army could use some cavalry support, however, but I cannot recruit any here, sadly. Could start working on a mining network here as well, which would be of interest to me. However, I'm going to replenish a couple of our spears who are lower in numbers, so that'll do us, and we'll send what we can up to that area. Hamburg needs to continue recruiting as well. We can start recruiting a few mounted feudal knights who would pack more of a punch from mailed knights, so that's a definite. We also need to retrain a couple of troops who tried to come home from Hamburg, so that's fine. And Captain Nigel is also on his way back to Hamburg, so he'll be there next turn. Oslo, is anything I can set you off on? Getting your chapel up would be a good idea, just to keep winning those papal fairs, because Pope's in a bit of a mood with me, so I need to be watching my step with him. And by the way, if you didn't know, Spain got excommunicated, because well done, Spain. By the way, we can recruit Bill Militia in Aarhus now. That's always fun. Yeah, I might use the last of my recruitment monies on Jerusalem, maybe. Got a lot of militia units set up in the area now, but I feel like, tell you what, send these guys back for retraining, by the way, in Gaza. Gaza, could you just please oblige? And also get a few more Knights Hospitalia. I know they're a bit costly to maintain, but we need to work on a good, well, we need anti-cavalry as well, but we need to work on a strong army to deflect the Mongols should they ever turn against us. That being said, we are pretty much in a position to go to the next turn. However, we have got a couple of rebels and that to deal with, so that is what we shall quickly deal with now. So, first things first, we've got Captain Jobst near Metz.
I will not waste words with the enemy.
I don't have too much intel on what his army contains. However, a small task force of Augustine, his yeomans, his knights,
my lord, sire,
and I bring some spear militia as well for the ride. This little task force should be enough to bring down Captain Jobst. And bring more security to the area, because I do not want trade to be blockaded, for I need that trade money to keep myself sustained. We also need to look into upgrading Staufen's garrison as well, because of the presence of Bern. They can't really strike us from, well, they can reach Staufen, so yeah, we just need to up our game. Anyway, we're going to attempt a night attack on Captain Jobst. However, his army is actually a little stronger than we've given credit for. He's got town militia, Flemish pikes, and Swiss pikes, who I assume are the tougher of a lot, or actually are not. Well, actually, no. Swiss pikes seem to pack more of an offensive punch. However, their armour is lacking considerably. Flemish pikes are a more defensive unit. He's also got a unit of feudal knights and crossbow militia, so deterring those feudal knights is going to be a challenge for my spears. However, I think my archers shall be able to destroy their pikes. Still, we fought pikes before, and last time we discovered that they fall pretty easily if we get behind them. Strength ratio is 2-1 in my favour, so I feel confident in our ability to win, despite being slightly outnumbered.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
And with many strokes throw with a little axe, hew down and fell the hardest timbered oak. That's tree porn.
This moment, my English friends, is one worth living to the full. We stand on the field of battle and place our fates in the hands of God. I have no doubt that He will reward virtue with victory when I see so many honest, manly faces in our company. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. And now, any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, for he'll find none with me or in England later. Now I place my fate in the hands of the Lord. Bring me my broadsword, and let me kiss the cross lest I die. To battle!
Right. Here we go then, bring down the rebels and all that lovely bollocks. So, yeah.
Units, await my orders.
Did a couple of disgruntled mercenaries trying to cause trouble, no doubt. Anyway, let's get our heavy infantry ready. Let's get our yeomen ready to do some damage as well. And then we'll have our spears on the flank ready to help out. And the knights will also probably be on cavalry control, but we also need to be wary of the enemy crossbows. Among their ranked, however, thanks to my yeomans, our range is superior. Now, it looks like the enemy has actually decided to deploy on a hill that I poorly judged to be something to ignore. I don't know how the fuck we climb up that hill. How do we go about this one then? So I can't bloody see a thing on this battlefield. Where the hell are they actually? Must be up there, but how did my guys get up there? Because there's a lot of blockage. You know what? I don't want to be that guy who cheats, but I just want to work out where the hell has our enemy gone today. They're all up here, aren't they? Bloody fucking hell, they're on top of a mountain. That's a defensive formation they've made, fair enough, but how does one get up the hill? Well, it looks like we've got a path this way. At least I say we've got a path. It looks like we can get this way, hopefully. Yeah, I actually don't know how we get right. You know what? We're going to march all our army to this part area here. So, lads, get here. And then we'll just work out if we can even climb this buggering hill. Oh, actually, no, there's a path up here, is there? Yeah, that's a path. Right, we have a path up a hill. However, because of how long it's going to take us to climb this hill, I'm going to actually cut the footage here. And I'll see you when this battle actually starts, because I can't be fucked recording myself climbing a fucking great big hill. See you in a few. Okay, so we're just about ready to march up the Hill of Storms. What we need to do first and first is we need to get our longbows moving up there. Now, because there's enemy crossbow militia in the area, I'm a little wary about moving my infantry up the hill, because they are going to take such high attrition from those crossbows who have a superior height bonus against us. I could basically just they could wipe out my dismounted knights pretty badly. So what we need to do is, by the way, isn't this the slowest rain you've ever seen fall in ever? Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, I think gravity's really badly affecting rain here. It's actually like we're warping into the future on this angle, isn't it? Like, ooh, here we go, into the future. So we play the Doctor... Oh, no, it's changed now to ruin my fun. Right, well, I can't get the angle again. That's annoying. Because, yeah. Anyway, yeah, but wind, like the rain here seems to blow at a really, really irregular speed. Anyway, we're beginning to move up, and we're going to start targeting those crossbow militia. That being said, I need to start moving some spears up as well. Looks like maybe up to this ridge here we may be safe. So as long as the spears are nearby, because it looks like the longbows are now taking up their position. So we're going to start moving up our spears, because I suspect the knights may overreact and try to attack us. So we need to be ready for those guys. But for now, yeomans are going to start bringing down as many crossbows as they can. That being said, their crossbows are going to try and fight back now. So, lads, I'd recommend we spread our formation out a little bit in order to prevent too many losses. So, get yourselves into a loose formation, nice and quick. Don't bother with flaming arrows, because your accuracy is going to be bad enough right now. And And by the way, when I say run, my men actually do the exact opposite of what I tell them to, which is odd because for once this isn't a siege battle, so usually I expect them to do the exact what I tell them. Anyway, we have to move up a little further because the crossbows have tried to retreat away. There we are, in a bit of a better position now, but I'm already noticing we're losing a lot of men, so this doesn't make our life much easier. However, we may be able to use our longbows as bait. While they're busy exchanging fire, we can probably start moving up the knights, and hopefully the crossbows just remain focused on trying to bring down our longbows, who are unfortunately just a really piss poor position. We're shooting up what we can, but our ability to get kills right now is pretty fucking minimal. We are not on superior terrain today, unfortunately, my friends. Longbows are doing what we can, but it's going to be a bloody bloodbath for them. I've got my knights moving up the spears. Can you move up as well, please? And as you can see, also walking up this hill, it's taking the toll. My guys are already flat out of stamina, so I can't run my guys up here. This does not make life easy for me. I think we could conceive a defeat here due to the terrain difficulties. In fact, I say sorry I've wasted all your time, folks, but I think we are in a good position in which we should be retreating from this battle, because I think, oh well, if you're going to retreat, obviously retreat in the wrong direction, so you know I'm just going to exit and bite the bullet of, actually no, because you know what, this game will just kill Augustine because it'll think it's funny. Lads, go, leave the battle in a more proper manner, but you know what, I choose not to fight on this battlefield. The enemy are too many. Actually, we might be drawing them out. No, they're going to return to their formation, but you know what, setting out on a battle on this terrain is a fool's errand, one we shall not undertake today, one I should not have undertaken at all really, but I undertook it slightly. Still, at least we lost before we lost too many men, but us yeomen aren't cheap to replace, annoyingly. Still, we'll go home with dishonour today. We'll be back later on to deal with this fucking pest of a rebel who is deployed in a land far away. I wish there was ability to survey the battle map before you start the battle. Like, as in, before you even hit that loading screen. Like, just so you have an idea of where the enemy's going to deploy, and you're going to realise they're going to be a cunt and hide on a hill that you cannot fucking climb, then, yeah. Anyway, lads, just out of the area, please. Nice and easy. Nice and carefully. No silly deaths. No nothing. And I will see you all after this retreat has been completed, because, well, I've just wasted your fucking time in this battle, haven't I? Oh, by the way, well done, Levy Spears. Are you just going to retreat the silly way? Come on, lads. Well, they're going to get murdered. Idiots. That one didn't quite go to plan, and I got a trait increase as well, which was Augustine gets more dread. I don't know why, but he does. Anyway, we'll deal with that loser later. Hopefully on terrain that is more of an advantage to me. That being said, I don't believe there are any other rebels. Well, there actually are other rebels lurking in our territory. We've got this fella here, Captain Herman.
Come and fight me, you coward!
Doesn't have a lot of troops, and since Angers found itself with nothing to do all of a sudden, I'll deploy a patrol to deal with them. So that I'm actually probably sending too many men. Actually, I'm going to send just one unit of knights. Can you lot go and deal with Captain Herman the first opportunity you get?
I will only address you in battle.
The junior veteran
will
attack us by the way at this point. I'm a little concerned about Bohemond de Poitiers might have tried to make a move against us, but
hey, in due time, mon ami.
Okay, mon ami. Yeah, he may be coming, but we'll observe the French. They'll attack eventually. How competent their attack will be is an entirely different question. But for now, we're going to move on to the next turn, and well, right, getting the part where of this turn where we got Magdeburg was great. The rest of it was a bit of a disappointment, if I'm honest. Well, I know, maybe the rebels, but yeah. Oh no, Captain Jobst, you're a bit of a dickhead, really. Next turn, please. Right, which is going around. Anyway, the Thieves Guild in Aarhus is due for an upgrade, which actually might mean we get a half-decent agent in the area. So, yeah, I think we will do that. We will upgrade the guild. It's a bit of a price, but... Oh dear, Edmund died. Which means, I guess camping out in that forest for ages wasn't doing him a lot of good. Right, that's a shame. So, who's the new king now? While Joffrey now takes over leadership of that army. So that's his big test. Well, new faction leader is King Arthur. Wouldn't you fucking believe it? Sadly, there is shit all going on with this guy. He's barely a commander. He's currently governing York. He's got no chivalry or dread. He cannot inspire his kingdom, and he isn't really good at being pious. He's also ignorant. Yeah. He could be better. York could also be better as well with some structures, but we'll worry about spending money later. Right, so that's an issue. Also, he's got no heir and no wife, which makes him eligible. Actually, he could, we could marry him in somewhere. So who has now become the heir to the throne, I wonder? Well, that would be Prince Harry. Harry Spill is now bloody prince. Who would have fucking thought it? Prince Harry Spill. My. Currently governing Rams, and he's about to get a new Polish wife. Isn't life good for him? Because that's the first thing we're going to do. Oh, we could check. Oh, who's at war, by the way? Ah, the Mongols make their move! Took them long enough. Right, they're moving against the Egyptians. Right, that means the time is ticking now. We've signed an alliance with the Mongols, or we get fucked. Or we basically build so many military units. Right, Paul, have you got a princess on the go? Because I want to do some marriage. I know there's one somewhere. I see her fucking moving around here every now and then.
Is there something I can do for you?
Or at least it looks like there isn't anything I can do here. Can I not do alliances with you? Yeah, I'm not interested in just making random crap.
Goodbye.
Don't know if Poland has a princess anymore. Is that no worthy Polish guy to chat with? By the way, are we getting... Oh my god, 30% chance to get in Prague. Come on, lad. John's actually supposed to be good at spying as well. Why don't you just go here, then, and just look at the town? What do we know? Right, terrible garrison, and it's also where the Emperor is currently hiding. That's good. Oh, wait, is it still 13? There. 13% chance to get in Prague. What the fuck are you playing at, my lad? Right, go and watch in Innsbruck for a bit then. I want to keep an eye on that area. I don't want any random attacks coming from the south. My god, how many princesses does Poland have on? I mean, Denmark having a go by. We've got like 2. Oh yeah, there's that guy as well. What are you up to?
We seek passage, not battle, Outlander.
You say you seek passage, but I am worried. I mean, they've got a fucking trebuchet with them. Frankfurt, I'd recommend you start getting a couple of extra units recruited. I do not like the look of that Polish army, one bit whatsoever, and she's on the move.
You consider my arts heritage.
Sire. Yes.
She's up to something. By the way, you lot into Magdeburg with you. Oh, you were off it, right? Well,
Sire.
you lot in,
My lord.
in,
Sire.
and
Orders.
all right. I think that'll be enough anyway, right? You lot in there, and we're gonna sally forth against the enemy anyway. Right. Where's my priest? Where's Shillem at? Shillem, where are you? I lost you. He's somewhere. Where's that lazy bastard? There he is.
God's servant.
Alright, he still knows what he's got to do. He's got a home in on that, which by the way is detected. We detected and executed a imperial spy. Financial report tells me that we're still doing pretty good for money. Faction announcements tell us that Arthur is now the king. Please keep your jokes to yourself. Christopher the Crusader has gained additional chivalry, as has Franz Chamberlain. Toby Westbury is still feeling unappreciated though, and John now has an overseer. Toby, you're still very loyal to me at least, but can you just stop whinging all the time? Like, you're all going to get upgrades and you're all going to get to go somewhere soon. I just have to find a fucking battle you can fight. Jeez. By the way, Mr. Spy, where are you?
Where to,
Just
sire?
head in whatever direction you think there may be Mongols. As for you, you're heading for the Turks, aren't you? You're going to have a little word
Approaching
with
their
them. If
dignitaries,
you
sire.
spot a Mongol, say hello to
Tomorrow's
them.
journey planned out, sire.
Right, and as for you,
Who
where are
do
you
you
off to,
want
Mr.
dead?
Useless? You're going to kill this guy, and you're going to do it properly today.
Sire. Today is a particular.
However, was that guy's... Oh, look, just kill a bloody imam and get it right for once in your life, man. That's all I ask of ye. I feel like we need to ban mice. Trait decreased, by the way. This guy has gotten worse at his job because, well, was he ever good at his job anyway? Yeah. Recruitment prop, by the way. Nuremberg has given me a catapult. Gaza, some Knights Hospitalia and a Levy Spear. Hamburg, some feudal knights. Magdeburg, some mailed knights, and the rest of it's retraining. Construction report as well. Oslo now has a chapel. Aarhus completed its upgrade. Jerusalem has a small church. Accra, a chapel. Damascus is small. Look, we built a lot of fucking things today, and Magdeburg has been repaired, which means we can begin retraining our knights. However, we'll make our move very soon because we've got other plans for the area. First things first, Aarhus. I'm going to reward you with something new to play with because you have done well in. Well, I want to give a Polish money, but I want to also build something fun with Aarhus because we have never had a town get that big. We could build docklands, which will give us much more trade. The huge cathedral, which will give us mega massive happiness as well. The great market for mega massive money. The military academy, which will give us access to demi lancers, so that's quite new. For fielding troops and recruit muskets. We don't know what those are yet. Also, there's access to the militia barracks, which we can't afford yet, but that will give us access to heavy build militia as well, which sounds fun, and basically a lot of fun things. Also the armourer for heavy mail. So yeah, there's a lot of fun things to build here, and to be honest, I kind of want to go for the military academy just so we can get demi-lancers. They sound good. And I feel like we need to increase our selection of cavalry, because so far it's been pretty piss poor, so we are going to go for the academy, and we're going to start recruiting demi-lancers. I don't think there's anything else you can do with it. Maybe there isn't. Unless it also helps maybe research shit as well. Like, maybe it does that as well. So if it does that, then hooray, that's its like hidden thing. Because yeah, I mean, it's not really fair, is it? I mean, we've got barracks, like yeah, militia barracks, armory, blah 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 blah. Wait, no, that's a castle, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, we also, by the way, top one you get is the army barracks, which gives us access to plenty of units, but it's pretty much the same ones we get. Yeah, the military academy, so you can get the regular one, and then you get the royal one, which gives you experienced demi-lancers, so that's pretty damn cool. So yeah, we'll pop on with that and see what we can do. I mean, there's also improved towers, such as ballista towers, because everyone loves ballistas. Yeah, we'll crack on with that, and we'll see what our reward is. By the way, you are out of moves. Right, Magdeburg. I do not tolerate having big imperial armies wandering around and being in the way.
Hail, my king.
So I want you lot to sally forth and get rid of Captain
As you
Gunther.
command, my liege.
He didn't turn up to his last battle because he was claiming his PC wasn't working, so we're going to bring the battle to him this time around.
By God's
Except
will,
he
we
doesn't want
have
to fight.
triumphed.
He's a coward! We've outed him as a coward. Right, we still know where he is, so right.
Hail, my king.
We'll bring everyone,
Orders.
but leave the armoured swords behind, because... And leave... Actually, what's his armour like?
Be gone!
You are not mein Kaiser.
Majority of them are pretty much unarmoured. Yeah, let's leave the English knights out of this one as well. Give them some recovery time. I am going to send them back to Hamburg for
By your will,
replenishment
sire,
anyway.
we shall
But
engage.
I'm just basically doing my replenishment in dribs and drabs right now. For now, can you just move in and just make the killing blow? We are fighting in a forest, which may make life a little harder for us, but I think we can still bring this army down. Either way, here we go then, and we're going to fight at night, by the way, because we fight honourably at night. And it puts the strength ratio as 20-9 in my favour, despite being outnumbered. That is mainly because Captain Gunther's army is fucking shit. We have got spear militias, we've got town militias, peasants, archer militia, oh sorry, not even archer militia, the peasant archers, and a ballista. The only concern unit is the ballista, but apart from that, our longbows will make pretty much mincemeat out of our archers. They're lacking in crossbows completely today, which means our armoured units have little to worry about, and yeah, the enemy just does not really have much of a chance. I've got I'm basically bringing a lot. We're going overkill today, but whatever.
Honor and glory await England, men!
We are ready to try our fortunes to the last man, which would have been a better quote for our last battle. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge. And so we come to battle. Order and discipline are the keys to the gates of victory. Without obedience we are nothing, a rabble like our foes, and I will not have that. But I will have the skin of any man who disobeys orders! Over there stands a miserable collection of sausage-eating, beer-swilling imperial pudding heads. I think they will welcome death. I see little reason to needlessly risk English lives today. Let us rain death upon our foes, and let them struggle to come to grips with us. And now, I trust my life and victory to the judgment of the Almighty, for I know our cause to be true and just. So pray, you miserable English buggers, and make sure God knows you think the same!
Okay, lads. This time the enemy truly are pudding heads, so kill them. Simple as that, really.
Units, await my orders.
Pudding head, by the way, does remain my favourite insult in the world. Right, knights, maybe you can not disappoint me during this battle, so you get into formation. Bodyguard, you be here and be ready to move out. Now, we have got the issue of there being frigging forests fucking everywhere today. Luckily this time you can just deploy artillery in it anyway, but yeah, we are in a situation where we're going to have a hard time hitting a lot of things, and the enemy may be tempted to hide. But that being said, their hiding options are more limited than ours, so we do, in a way, have the element of surprise. But Longbow Company will be leading the front line of our battlefield, and then we'll have our peasant archers leading the second line. Did you know there's a Total War... I can't remember which Total War game it is. I think it's actually the newest update from Rome 2. I don't know why I'd say Rome 1. I think in Rome 2 you can switch trees on and off, and you can do all sorts of funky shit with the camera now. Shit, I wish I was doing with this camera right now. By the way, who are you lot? Oh, you're the Archer Militia. Yeah, I forgot about you. Yeah, Archer Militia, could you team up with the Peasant Archers and just be the second wind, basically? There we go. Plenty of archers now. Basically, we're going to archer the enemy server. I don't know why I brought these billmen, by the way. Billmen who are just about dead. Guard this church. Make sure no one steals shit out of it, because I don't like my churches being robbed. Right. Dismounted Knights, you are going to be the main attacking force once we get into the melee. So you're pretty much already in a good position anyway, so just wait there. Good thing about having most of your army being invisible, by the way, is the Imperials will have little to no clue where I'm coming from, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. I don't think they're going to come for us, but for now, we'll just advance nice and gradually. And, oh, by the way, one of my guys is facing into a tree. Well done, him. But this, we might be able to have the advantage of hiding. I've also got my artillery ready, which is going to cause some trouble for the Imperials. So, artillery, begin moving forward. Longbows, can you do the same as well? No fire arrows from the longbows, by the way, but we've got enemies aplenty. I didn't put our stakes down. That's a bit annoying, but yeah. The enemy's already in range. Please open fire on those peasant archers. Artillery, if you could do the same, please, and just give them a right good kicking. We'll throw everything we have at them. Other archers are going to maintain a defensive posture for now, but if anything enters their range, they will open fire because they can just provide additional support. Really, they could just deal with the archers, and I'm going to have my longbows try and target the units by hiding a little further away. By the way, archers in general, we don't need to worry about fire arrows. Their archers are not armoured. They are just wearing simple crappy clothes, so don't waste your time setting them on fire because they might not be greasy enough or something like that. Also, artillery is just going to sit there and just cause a lot of trouble for the enemy. We're going to have the artillery target the enemy infantry though, which looks like they have laid their eyes upon my artillery as a fun target to hit. So we'll get ready for that. We have some dismounted knights in hiding and ready to deal with them as we do with our knights, who are also in hiding. They basically don't know I have anything hidden around these guys. Should have made more of an effort hiding some units around them. But for now, knights, start moving around. Let them know you exist. Basically, try and put them off attacking because they want to rush our artillery positions. That is what they are up to. Right, you lot, keep it up. I'm sending the knights out now to start deterring the enemies. We're only sending town militia. We can deal with town militia. And archers are just doing everything they can to start bringing down as many men as they can. Right, anyway, knights have just engaged here. Archers, can you try and engage around here? I've got my longbows now. They are in retreat. They are going to skirmish away.
The battle is very much in our favour.
It is so fucking hard to see what's going on here, by the way. It's not easy for me to tell what's going on. Right, you lot, can you just get yourselves over there and just await further orders, please? Right, we've got quite a lot of units just slunking around, and I think they're trying to bring in whatever they can now. Knights so far have done a pretty good job in starting to clean out the area though. So knights, your next objective is, can you take full control of the flanks? Artillery is getting a little risky now. I'm not quite sure where things are, so actually no, you can go back to trying to find, just try and take out their centre rear really. Archers, looks like we've got things trying to engage us, so archers, I want you to pull back behind the knights. It's about feudal knights. Can you move in and take over now? You need to become the front line. Archers are just going to pull out now. We're going to get them to a safe distance. Right. You lot move in. Artillery, just call it a day for now. I can't have you guys just firing freely now because I'm just too scared that you're going to fire at something that I'd really rather you not fire at. I've lost quite a few knights by the way. Those spears are taking full advantage of the terrain and they are hiding from me, making it harder for me to micromanage my cavalry. Artillery, I do believe I've told you to stop firing by the way, and you have failed to obey that order. Please do not fire upon any more units. Let's get rid of that ballista by the way while we're around, and then try and loop around on those town militia. Just need the knights to move around and do what we can. General, can you also make your way in as well? Archers, those town militia are still around. Get rid of them. Knights, how are we doing over here? Knights, just hold your ground. No chasing. If it's running away, leave it for now. But what we've got going on right now is I've got the artillery pretty much out for the count, so that is pretty damn good. You lot just keep up a good fight. I don't know where my other knights are. They are somewhere. Where are my other knights? They are here right now. And they are moving towards the unit of peasants. Right, clean up those peasants, get rid of them. They're not worth your time. I know they're just trying to use fucking pickaxes, but yeah. Right, General's bodyguard, can you try and bring down those retreating archers, please? Archers, call it a day now. I've got too many cavalry units running around freely. I can't risk you shooting something that belongs to me now. I've got the knights just running around and cleaning the area out now.
Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Right, heavy infantry, you can chase them down now. We're gonna move in and we're gonna clean this battlefield up now. I feel annoyed at the imperials today. I've broken their army. That's the good part, but I feel like I've been outfoxed today. They've used this terrain to their advantage, and I have fought very clumsily in it. I do not enjoy fighting in these forests. They're dark. Hard to see anything in them. Got those ballistas trying to switch themselves back on it. That's why knights come to dispatch them. Alright, knights, how are we doing there? Nearly got them shut down. Right, where are my other knights at then? They've just they've run into some town militia. Right, get rid of them. General, where are you at? You are chasing. Right, keep on chasing. Just bring down anything you can. Try and get in the back of those spear militia actually while I'm not expecting your arrival. You could cause them a lot of trouble. Where are we up to now? Dismounted feudal knights. Boom. They're doing good. Other knights, you need something to do really. Try and move a little further in. I'm basically just trying to find enemy units to attack. This point, knights, you can take over for this one. mailed knights try and move in and deal with something that's retreating.
Our men
You
are
lot
winning the battle.
try and
If we
sideswipe those
continue like
spearmen
this,
while they're not
we will
looking.
smash the enemy.
Looks like we're trying to get away from the battlefield now, so we can sideswipe and we can just take them out on the flanks. I mean, in a way, they might be more scared of me than I am scared of them, because they're basically trying to run away through the forest, and they've got fucking knights and horns just, you know, clattering around. They can appear at the worst moment possible for them. Right, you lot, got some peasant archers trying to get themselves back in the battlefield. I'm going to try and open fire on us. Let's put a stop to that now, please. Don't want to be losing a load of units to missile fire now, do I? There we go, you've got them skirmishing, right? Make sure it's a permanent solution this time around. Keep chasing them out, force them into the plains, basically, is what we need to do in this battlefield. Right. What is remaining of our...
Behold how our cowardly foe,
Right.
all of Christendom,
shit.
will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I accidentally misclicked there and said I was going to continue that. I'm going to take out whatever we can. But I'll accept what we've done here, which is we have managed to outright slaughter 1,415 enemies, which leaves Captain Gunther with only 500 losers. Sadly, those losers will probably make their way back to Prague, where they'll try and get in my way. But again, they're losers. I can deal with losers. Still, I am happy at the outcome of this battle, and yeah, quite a lot of things, you know, killed, a lot of prisoners caught. They will be executed, though, because I can't have too many units making their way back to Prague now. Even if it doesn't make me look very good. But then again, money does talk, and I do have a tendency to listen. That being said, I'd rather execute this time.
I beg of you, don't do this.
I will do this time. How far is this man retreating, by the way?
An
Guess they're not
honourable,
returning to Prague,
glorious
right?
victory.
Yeah, you can say
Hail
honourable
my
and glorious,
king.
but let's face it, we just murdered a lot of people right now. Okay, right, so where does this leave us now? It leaves us in a better position, but I am still very wary of the Polish intentions, so you know what? I'm going to use what little money I have left today, and... Oh, can you not do anything? Are you, like, out of moves? Are you just...
Without question, sire.
Oh, wait, you've performed a mission this turn, so I've wasted your time, right?
Yes,
Fine.
sire.
Next turn, we're having a chat with a Polish. I'm not too sure on what Buggerslaw's up to, but what he is up to is he's going to do something not annoying. We've got a lot of imperial diplomats in the area, by the way. I think maybe the imperials are going to try and make a treaty with us. If they are doing a bad job of it, and to be honest, I might actually now recruit an assassin to start wiping them all out with. By the way, continue our retraining in Nuremberg, and we will be setting off in a turn or so. Let's get these male knights sent back to Staufen, by the way, for retraining. You lot, can you get into Staufen and be retrained, please? So there we go. And got a little bit of money left, and I do want to spend it in Staufen. Yeah, Staufen, can you get more dismounted knights, because I need you to keep buffing up your army, please. And I think that pretty much brings us to the end of another turn, and it also brings us to the end of an episode, for this is where I'm going to call it a day today. So, what have we achieved? Well, what we've achieved is we've lured out Bettram into a fight, so I'm not very interested in fighting him. But then again,
I inform you, I intend to attack.
it seems his army isn't very too strong.
You and I.
Still, we'll need spears if we're going to take him on. Have some spears join your army, Captain Edmund, before you make your way over. See if he still wishes to take you up on that fight. If he doesn't, then that's fine. We will move on the rebels next time. And there's nothing you can recruit here that's useful to me. So for now, just hold your forts, but do focus on your growth. Right. Anyway, that is where we are going to call it an episode for today, my friends. London, do you want to lower your taxes a little bit? And what are we going to do next time? Well, we are going to start making our plan on Prague. We are also going to try and keep on spoozing them Polish people, and then I guess we've got to get ready for the Mongols. They're around and they're in a bad mood. By the way, Jasper, I have a new plan for you. Can you start erecting a couple of watchtowers in your areas?
Yes,
I want to have a bit of better sight on my dominion, because I'm getting a little annoyed at all the rebels turning up.
Yes, my
and the
liege.
Egyptians who are
This
sitting
tower
around and
will
waiting
keep
to block
vigil,
my
my lord.
ports. So Jasper's going to go on a bit of a pilgrimage now, and you lot
As
back
you
into
wish.
Gaza, please. And these guys do need retraining, by the way, but we don't have sufficient funds. We'll do it next turn. By the way, I know Admiral Mamam's going to just blockade the port because he's a pain. He's a pain person, but yeah, whatever. Still, I hope you've enjoyed today, my friends, and I will see you on the next episode for more Medieval 2 Total War. in which we will do more stuff, I guess, because that's what we do at the end of the day. We do stuff. By the way, are you trading, Lawrence? Yes, you are. You are now a slave trader and making me a nice little income. Let's see how much more income we make at the next turn. But we'll see that turn on the next episode. Have a fantastic evening, my friends.